to ban.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Beyond the Summit presentation of the G1 League qualifier. We're in the stage number 3, where two teams, one of them will be eliminated after today's action. DK on the Radiant, the Chainstacks on the Dire. Both these teams are 0 and 2 in their groups. Let me quickly bring you guys to the groups real fast. You can see that IG as well as Zenith have won both their matches. They will face up against each other, I believe, on Sunday. So not tomorrow, but the day after. But right now, we're having the match off between Chainstack and DK, and the loser will be going home. The winner remains, but just barely. They got to win a lot more matches to basically go all the way to the LAN final of the G1 League. But for now, we'll see which one gets eliminated and which one stays alive. I am Luminous of Beyond the Summit, and join me alongside, we have Kaipe's Eternal Envy. EE is pretty early for you, but how are you doing today?
It's pretty late for me because I woke up at 9 p.m. for some reason.
Okay, thanks for that information. But
they banned Kato plus Nax. Is that a Chen pick? I have no idea if they pick Chen nowadays in the Chinese team.
Well, Chinese teams, some teams do pick Chen, but it's a very niche pick. LG In picks it from time to time. What's actually a little bit interesting to me is that Keeper of Light gets banned out because he generally isn't a ban. He isn't a top tier support in Chinese, not like a Nyx Assassin. So Nyx Assassin being left in the pool, they grab Magnus first, and I'm pretty sure Chainstack's gonna pick up Nyx Assassin and maybe Anti-Mage as well. Anti-Mage, in my opinion, is go-to hero for both of these teams, and especially with some of the best counters of Anti-Mage being out of the pool, at least on the carry side, Lifestealer and Lone Druid. They might just pick up AM and Nyx right now, but that's just my guess.
5 seconds.
Okay, AM and Nyx instead.
DK.
I mean, Nyx and Shadow Demon instead.
I was thinking like maybe they want a Chen, because DK, that is, because they banned Nax, which is a Chen counter, and Kato is kind of a Chen counter.
Just as blasting of the.
Well, I mean, you can't really kill all the creeps with blast, but the thing is, like, I mean, when you pick Chen, it's kind of like a push strat. Doesn't always have to be, but you're gonna pressure towers, and Kato is pretty good at defending those towers.
Yeah, I haven't seen Chen be actually picked up by DK for a long time, but they haven't actually played a lot match, so who knows if they're gonna be playing a Chen. We'll see. I don't expect a Chen because they generally like to run very offensive, kind of roaming kind of heroes. Rubik and Leshrac, Rubik and Lina, they're very popular pickup. Let's see if we're gonna see a couple of those. But Magnus, I want to say 95% of the time will be going mid for DK, so most likely getting handled by Super or Yoru. And of course, here on the Chainstack side, you guys should know these players by now. Risk, former player from Natural 9 or on Action that went to TI2, and the rest of these guys are just kind of high skill pub players or pub stars, if you call them, that form the team. Chibix is here as well, standing in for another Chainstack player. There was an interview done with Ice the other day, which you guys could check it out on the website. And Ice think these guys are really good in terms of individual skill level. So at least they have Ice's approval. But in any case, Rubik and Anti-Mage is gonna get the pickup here, which is to me no surprise. A very high core support kind of being picked up, high priority support. But more importantly, they got Anti-Mage's. Or they got Birding's Anti-Mage, which is also a quite big thing because they do ban out of, or they pick away of Chainstack's Anti-Mage as well. That's their go-to win hero, and well, good thing that they picked it up.
Okay, so that pick phase actually took quite a long time for DK. I'm wondering is it because Chainstack picked Shadow Demon, because DK did pick Shadow Demon every game they played. So maybe Chainstack picked up Shadow Demon really early just to deny DK the hero, and that's why it took so long to pick. Also, it just looks the lanes are looking slightly awkward now for DK. They have Anti-Mage Rubik, which is not exactly the strongest safe lane heroes, and Shadow Demon. If they go aggressive trial lane with Shadow Demon, the Anti-Mage can't necessarily level up his mana break, because if he does, then he's screwed. So, I mean, if they aggressive trial lane and Anti-Mage doesn't go mana break, plus they have a Rubik, then I'm not too sure how they're gonna survive that trial lane.
Well, Anti-Mage most likely have to stay back. Rubik's not exactly bad in terms of defending against the trial lane. At least you could lift one, and the lift ability is actually kind of important against Nyx Assassin's Spike Carapace. But you're absolutely right. If he gets any points into mana break, Shadow Demon's gonna have his own mana burning illusion, and it's gonna be pretty tough for Anti-Mage. I mean, We're probably going to see Burning go for the Burning build, a little bit more stat heavy and look towards a little bit more survivable. If the Chain Stack go for kind of some sort of offensive tri-lane. And it definitely have the heroes to do it. Nyx Assassin, not bad in terms of on the offensive tri-lane, but I think more importantly, Shadow Demon gives you a little bit of challenge towards that pull if eventually DK will pull, and imagine they would do so.
So they do ban the PL. I think Anti-Mage does fairly well against PL, but guess they don't want to go for a farming game, like farm first farm.
I think Anti-Mage and the Magnus does pretty well against PL, especially you get a free Empower. Also, I guess, I'm not sure if this is possible. On paper, it's possible because of Magnus and Anti-Mage, but can you sort of skip the Battle Fury if you're having a little bit of tough early game and just go, let's say, Vanguard, Yasha, or something like that, and then rely on Empower to have a semi-Battle Fury and still jungle it up? Or is it not still you need the Battle Fury if you want, that's what you want to do?
You don't always need the Battle Fury. A lot of players, like even like Black, I mean, sometimes he skips the Battle Fury just to get the early meta style. Though Vanguard, a lot of people don't get it nowadays. Like some people even skip Vanguard and just go Vlads into meta. Because the Vanguard doesn't help that much.
That's another quote to Black, right? Black generally goes Vlad first when I see him play Anti-Mage nowadays.
He goes Battle Fury into Vlads, but I mean, if the game's not looking that good for him, then he'll just go Vlads into meta
Yasha,
stuff.
okay. Alright, I mean, in terms of how the game is being drafted so far, Nyx Assassin, Queen of Pain, these are like really heavy nukers. So Anti-Mage might actually need the extra HP, or maybe he'll say, forget it, I'll still go Battle Fury and basically dodge everything. So also, I'm a little bit curious whether Rubik will pick up an early level of no feel. We haven't seen too much of that at all, but maybe against this is the lineup you want to do it with, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see. The bans are Phantom Lancer, Dragon Knight, as well as Bane Elemental for the DK. The Chain Stacks can be banning out Leshrac, Chen, and then a Brewmaster as well.
I'm not exactly sure about the bans.
I mean, yeah, you kind of talked about the carries being banned out for Chain Stacks, so they don't have access into. Brewmaster is a very popular pickup for the Chinese, though they generally run it on the mid lane. Speaking of mid lane heroes, Beastmasters always ran as the mid lane in the Chinese, as well as Magnus. So one of these heroes is going to be going on the off lane, and I guess Beastmaster could be the better off lane heroes, although it's hard to say.
I think Magnus is gonna go off lane.
Really?
That's just generally. I'm not exactly sure which is better in the off lane, but Magnus generally just goes off lane. As for surviving the off lane though, Beastmaster is way worse. He doesn't have
he doesn't have the skewer. He probably needs to just go ancient stacking and recover there. Although I'm sure a lot of teams are aware of that, and they will be, if not putting Observer Ward there, or getting a early challenge of the stack if they do eventually decide to take it. But Darkseid's gonna pick up here for the Chain Stack. How do you feel about this pickup here? Kind of in conjunction with their early game kind of AoE combo with Queen of Pain, or is this more just for the laning and maybe a little bit of late game wall action against Anti-Mage?
I think it's fairly kind of good because you can go for some crazy stuff like vacuum into impel and stuff in the Queen of Pain ulti, but at the same time it's really dangerous. If this Anti-Mage gets out of hand, I mean I don't see Chain Stack coming back into the game. So that makes their tri lane fairly strong if they go aggressive tri lane. I don't think they're gonna go aggressive tri lane though. Short lane Darkstar isn't exactly the best because you can't creep skip.
And Alchemist being picked up here by Chain Stack. This is actually really interesting. I know you have a lot to say here, so quickly give us a download on this.
Okay, so right now they picked Anti-Mage before the Queen of Pain, I believe, and then they picked Queen of Pain, Darkstar into Alchemist. Alchemist has a lot of intelligence, and Queen of Pain has a lot of intelligence, and Darkstar has a lot of intelligence. If the Anti-Mage gets out of hand, like I'm really worried that the Mana Void is just gonna dominate them. Okay, so they're not gonna go aggressive tri lane. Like Shadow Demon aggressive tri lane with Alchemist is okay. Like you can unstable concussion with disruption, but I don't think they're gonna do that because he did get a Quelling Blade. So.
Well, the more important thing is even with the disruption, you can always blink out of it because there is a little bit of projectile traveling time for the stun. But let's quickly introduce a player here. On the DK side, we have ROTK or XP playing the Magnus, so it is going to be an off-lane Magnus like we predicted. Super is going to be going on the mid lane with a quick Beastmaster bottle build, saving 350 gold. Burning, of course, is going to be playing the Anti-Mage. Got a little bit of pool of set of Tangles, as he is Poor Man's Shield, as well as Ironwood Branch. eHome X or Die or whatever you call them nowadays. MMY will be playing Rubik. Last but not least, 357 is going to be playing Venomancer. Meanwhile, on the Dire side, we do have Chibics to stand in playing solo mid Queen of Pain. I gotta say, Chibics gotta step up his game today because not only are they facing Illumination, Super's no slouch in that solo mid position. And Risk is going to be playing off-lane Darkseer. Has a set of wards, which he'll be placing. Minerva is going to be playing the Shadow Demon, Legendary on the Nyx Assassin. And last but not least, we have Chains, the carry player. The namesake after the team is going to be playing the Alchemist.
I wonder where the Darkseer is going to go at level 1. I think he's going to go into the lane, is he? Okay, he's not. Yeah, I think this is better that he doesn't go into the lane, but it's fairly dangerous because now Anti-Mage is going to get free farm. And Veno Rubik is pretty strong. If he gets a Gale off on the Queen of Pain in the mid lane, even if he blinks low, he might still die to it. But I don't think Darkseer can do anything in the bottom lane, so he's going to go into jungle regardless.
Well, he's going to have a tough time to actually get that first skill off. I mean, it does have a very good cast range, and it does have a 50% slow at level 1, which is pretty insane if you think about it. Migo Chibic, so starting to lay down the harass against Beastmaster. Beastmaster, once he gets level 2, I'm going to see whether he's going to go into Aura, which I imagine he will be doing so. A very common trend, and it does give your Beastmaster hero a lot of laning ability, even against a range hero like Queen of Pain. The one thing that's more important to point out in this particular lane is that Queen of Pain has base armor of 1. And Beastmaster has base armor of 5, so if the harassment starts to happen and the two heroes start to trade hits and tank hits from creep waves, Beastmaster is going to have the innate advantage here despite being a melee hero.
Amazing play by Super right now. He got 8 creeps out of 8.
Are you serious?
Yeah, amazing. I'm watching his axes and, I mean, the way he moves the creeps and everything is just perfect.
Well, 8 creeps out of the first 2 waves means a quick bottle. And a quick boost of speed as well. So and there's going to be an aura build coming from Inner Beast, at least on the first level. Meanwhile here, you can see that in the jungle, Dai is tunneling Lu, getting a ton of EXP, and that's going to help out ROTK as well, who is trying to be your poor man's Darkseer in the jungle, farming it up. He's going to get a little bit of help from the support, which is nice. That means he's going to get farmed, but that also means that DK supports are not going to get as much out of the jungle as they normally would have.
He got Shockwave at level 1 with Magnus. I'm not exactly sure how to jungle Magnus, but I would think it's not the correct skill build. But they're gonna smoke gank mid now.
Well, they're gonna try to get in range of that lift. He only has a level 1 blink, and here we go. Can you pick him up? He does not, and that's a failed smoke gank.
Is that? I think Venomancer going in first is the correct decision.
Well, maybe they want the lift and then make sure the Gale hits. If you Venomancer go first, it's going to be hard to land the Gale, but regardless, I don't think I like their way of coming like this. I felt like it's almost you have to kind of loop around from the top of the river. That's not what they did, though.
Isn't the Gale range like 800 or something like that?
Well,
like
it has a traveling time, though, so...
Yeah, but, I mean, he has to turn his hero, because the Queen of Pain's facing the radiant direction, so you have to face the other way he has to turn around to dodge a Gale, and I don't think he's going to react on time if the Venomancer is smoked. But I mean, the Rubik, even if he's smoked, there's no way you're gonna get the lift off unless the Queen of Pain's not paying attention, and there's no way you should expect that.
Yeah, the telekinesis is definitely a very short range spell, so I don't fault that gank for kind of missing out, but I mean, it almost feels like why did they even set up the gank? It has such a low chance of actually working out, and well, you definitely wasted smoke in a little bit of time, although they're not really doing much on the bot lane. Speaking of burning, he's really reigning in terms of the CS right now. 21 CS, we're 3 minutes in, 7 CS per minute. So it means you miss 1 out of every 2 wave. Pretty impressive CS, but he's burning, he's on the anti-mage. Really nothing to talk about there.
I expect them to get around, does he go Battle Fury first or does he go Treads first? I think the Treads first is better, but
in this particular game?
Well, in every game, I think. Because you need the Treads to farm neutrals regardless, so even if you have the Battle Fury, you can't really farm neutrals.
Sure.
He should have 14-minute Battle Fury plus Treads.
Well, I think the more important here to talk about right now is Chains' Alchemist, because he's not only farm. He looks like it. I don't know about this. What do you think about Midas Alchemist?
I think it's fairly awful.
Why is that?
He doesn't have a lot of. He fills up his items so much that you end up selling the Midas fairly quickly. And because you get the Midas, you can't get some really cheap items like the Armlet, which I think is really good on that hero because he needs armor, kind of like Nyx. And Armlet is just a really good, strong DPS item. So I really think Armlet is a core item on Alchemist. And when you get the Midas, it's Midas plus Armlet on Alchemist. You just don't have room for any other item.
you're taking into account of your boots and it's upgraded and it's TP scroll and probably like
Quelling
a magic
Blade.
wand, quelling blade. So suddenly your 6 slots are very quickly done. And if you do want to add more item to it, you're ditching something going to be very important. Whether it's a quelling blade that's going to slow down your farm, or whether it's teleport scroll or whatever else. So yeah, we'll see if that's going to be the case. He's going up too close to it. After he last hits these creeps, we'll quickly see. Well, let's hope he could get the last hit on these 2 creeps. He doesn't, so we have to wait a little bit more to see what that item is going to be.
He's actually missing a lot of last hits.
For a solo farm here under the tower.
Yeah, because there's no Mag, right? Mag's jungling.
Yep. Speaking of that Mag Jungle, he's level 2. And the Darkseer comparison, well, Darkseer doing a lot better, level 5, almost hitting level 6. I don't know, man. I don't think Magnus can jungle that well, and this game showcases that. But back in the mid lane, they want to set up gank on Super, and I think he's pretty much dead. Is he gonna be okay? He's running right. Yeah, the supports don't have boots of speed,
Well,
or
but,
at least.
but the Queen of Pain can just blink in.
Well, there's a Shadow Strike, but I think he's gonna make it up the hills. Run for the hills, Beastmaster. Yep, he's gonna be fine.
That was a really awkward gank. I mean, the Queen of Pain should have ran in and Shadow Strike him from the get-go. He didn't even have to blink in. There was an opportunity for him to do that. But he was really scared for some reason. The Beastmaster didn't have war yet.
And meanwhile, with the 2 supports roaming to the mid lane and the creep wave being lost to the tower, ROTK says, yes, I'll TP up here with half HP and get a ton of XP. He's not going to get too much farm because he doesn't have shockwave. He's going to try his best with last hit on the tower. It gets a couple, so that's pretty good. But
This is so awkward. Like, he doesn't have boots and he doesn't have Skewer, so he should be dead right now. But the Alchemist doesn't even have 1 level of stun yet.
he does have his ultimate. Maybe he'll chase him down, but Alchemists don't have upgraded boots, so really can't do too much either. Speaking of Alchemist, does have that Hand of Midas, so you would kind of worry about his eventual inventory slot. We'll see in about 10-15 minutes whether that's the case, but what is going to give him it's a ton of levels and as well as ton of farm. And out-farming Anti-Mage, I guess it's a game plan right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I think late game, if Anti-Mage gets really farmed, I'm not sure if they can stop him. Because they only have 1 stun. Well, they have 2, I guess, with the Alchemist, but that stun is not that reliable against Anti-Mage, I think.
Well, I mean, they also
It
have
does help you, but
they also have Queen of Pain, which most likely will be either going Hex or Orchids, so that's another quote-unquote pseudo-stun, especially depending if the Mantis is a little bit late, so...
I think by the time he has the Hex, he's gonna have a BKB on the Anti-Mage.
Maybe he's gonna go for quick Orchids. We'll see. I mean, there's definitely some ways to actually shut down the Anti-Mage, but yeah, overall, I'm definitely agreeing with you that I feel like Chain Stack is lacking in stun, but what they do have is a couple ways to force Anti-Mage to jump around, because when the disruption comes, which so far he doesn't have any points of mana break like you predicted, if he does have like a max mana break, Anti-Mage is gonna be forced to blink out of there immediately. And then if you see Alchemist charging a stun, generally you blink away as well. So we'll see if Anti-Mage is forced to be dance around. But back in the middle here, Roar jumps in, Skewer for a little bit of extra stunning and extra slow. But nope, not enough. And if Regen Rune gets popped, again, it feels like DK is making a lot of these very, very overzealous kind of kill attempt here. A full HP Queen of Pain just dropping a Roar on her. I don't think you get that kill.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of misplays, but at the same time, there's really not much they can do. I mean, they can't really gank the other lanes also, so... I mean, they're trying to do what they can.
Sure.
Maybe scare them a little.
Put a little bit of pressure on Chipix instead. Chipix, by the way, 41 CS here. Beastmaster a little bit falling here behind with 32, despite his really, really good start. 8 creep kills in the first 2 wave. And our farming leaders, Anti-Mage, was 60 CS. 60 CS. Meanwhile, of course, Alchemist sitting not close behind, not too far behind. He's got 47, but all of these are Grievous Greed creep waves, as well as a couple Midas creeps. So I actually say that he's probably leading. Going go to net worth, yeah, he's leading by 300 gold, despite being down 13 CS. That's actually pretty big.
He should be leading a lot more, to be honest, though. But he is leading. Well, some of that gold is Midas. And I think by the time that Midas does pay for itself, the Anti-Mage is going to be so firm that... Honestly, I think this is going really well for DK.
You think so?
Yeah. They're going to get a tower now, too. They might even get 2 towers.
Yeah, I like the rotation coming from Super. Generally, when your solo mid rotates off against Queen of Pain, it gives Queen of Pain room to either push your tower or set up a gank elsewhere. But that's not what she's doing. She's going to do a little bit of damage to the tower before Super comes back. And that was mostly... Super has a haste rune as well, so he could even reinforce that very quickly. Look at
Birding's thing.
Yeah, look at the way that Birding is playing. Just, I think he was trying to harass the Darkseer off the lane, which is not something you see from Anti-Mage too much, but that's what he's gonna try to do.
Oh, I was talking about the pulling creep thing.
To make sure that he doesn't get farm?
To damage a tower. Right, it's well, you pull the wave away just to farm the tower, right?
Yep.
He blinked in just to pull it away.
Tier 2 taking a little bit of damage. Speaking of Darkseer's items here, does have a Buckler as well as Mech almost being picked up. But
Darkstar might be dead.
Yeah, there's a Hastrian still up on the Beastmaster. Did they run past any Centaurs? No, there was their own Centaur. So Risk, really good map awareness. But with that said,
I think he's just coming back to neutral, to be honest.
Really? He's like, forget it, no farm on the bot lane. Yeah, he is going straight neutral. So what is luck, what is skill? He dodged a smoke gank, which is pretty nice. But I actually want to get your opinion on this. Why the hell is Venomancer being picked up? Because there's definitely better supports out there. And to be honest, Venomancer, since his nerf and since the way that most games are now played these days, where there's very little or very few emphasis on level 1 ganks, that I'm not sure whether Venomancer is even the best hero. Oh, SCTP's in. I'm not sure why, but he's gonna be dead. Yep. 10-minute first blood, standard game.
That really sucks for Shaldy. I mean, that was a huge duff. Not just because of the first blood build. He doesn't have any money for boots because he bought a TP scroll and then he dies afterwards. So he's really behind. But wait, what were you talking about? I forgot for some reason.
My question is about Venomancer. Why is he picked up this game?
Perhaps they just got it just because they're too scared of aggressive Trilands, and Venomancer is pretty scary in the safe lane.
Sure. Okay. So
that might actually be the reason. And also, like, the Venomancer can easily get someone away from your lane, so the Anti-Mage can free farm. Like, he's one of the best lane harassers, like zoners.
Like, just scale him, attack him a couple times, suddenly they're out of HP. Legendary on the mid lane. Wolf Vendetta gonna go focus on MMY. MMY is basically dead. And of course, Spike Carapace is gonna get him out of there safe and without really a lot of worry. So 1-1 so far, but I don't think losing MMY is a big deal here.
Oh my god, he's going Battle Fury on fucking Alchemist. Oh my god.
Let the flames begin. Why is this
I'm not it's bad or good. I've never seen this.
Do something about that.
I've never tried it either. I can't flame this. But I can't praise it either, but this is gonna be interesting.
Alright, so he's going for a full-on farming build. This is as farming build as you could actually get. Max reroll Greed by 7, get a Midas as soon as you can, and then going for the Battle Fury. Hell, maybe he'll go Radiance right afterwards. I mean, this is pretty insane farm. And speaking of farm, he's a full 1k gold advantage over Anti-Mage, who's getting more CS than him, but more importantly, they have a tower on top of the Dire team as well. He's still leading by 1k gold. Is this the path of victory? Just out farm burning? It sounds.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Why not?
I think BKB Basher Anti-Mage will just shut on him. But look at top right now, they're ganking.
Well, they're gonna try again. Beastmaster Roar, nice Spike Carapace. And but the Sun will reply, will in fact actually go. The Legendary is gonna be dead. There is 2 points of stun. He's not charging it just right now. And did I hear a teleport scroll? That did come from, I believe, Risk, I guess. Yeah, but really, they just got the kill, and they got back out very quickly.
It's okay. Shell Demon got boots now. 13-minute boots.
Well, I mean,
standard timing.
You can't blame SC too much for dying on the mid lane, and he's actually doing a lot of roaming and not getting too much CS.
All right, so this is a 12-minute, 30-second Battle Fury plus boots plus Midas on the Alchemist, and like I said, it's gonna be a 14-minute Battle Fury plus treads on the Anti-Mage, which is standard. Plus Clown Blade, by the way.
So who outfarms each other? That might be.
Outfarming-wise, obviously Alchemist is gonna outfarm the Anti-Mage. There's no doubt about that. The other 4 heroes aren't that strong either, so they can't really contest the Alchemist. And at the same time, C-Stack can't really contest the Anti-Mage either. So it's literally just gonna be a farming game.
Alright, so if you like your Asian doses of farming game, we're gonna have one here. This is how Chainsack generally like to win their game, by the way. There's sometimes I see them for them to go early strat, but usually they outfarm their opponent by picking up a very farming base hero like Anti-Mage or Alchemist or Phantom Lancer, and then just outright you. But they're trying to do this against DK, which has one of the best, if not the best farming player currently. So it's gonna be tough.
I think it's gonna work. I mean, DK is gonna win this game. Like, the thing is, like, yeah, sure, the Alchemist gets more gold, blah blah blah, but I mean, there's a war, there's an RP. Whereas C-Stack, I mean, they have an intel, but I mean, once they get a BKB, That's it.
So you're saying the issue isn't the carry versus the carry matchup, it's the support that they're getting.
Yeah. Well, the first carry matchup is fairly scary as well. Because he has high mana, so a mana void hurts a lot.
Radiant's top towers and bad.
You generally don't talk about too much here mana void against, let's say, the carry. Because the carry generally is not as mana dependent, but Alchemist does have, I believe, one of the higher intelligent growth for strength heroes. Back in the mid lane, looks like they're trying to get a gank here against Chibiks. Beastmaster Roar and telekinesis lift back. But did you see MMY popping the Spike Carapace and Scream of Pain to get the kill? Holy crap, that was some sick quick play here from Dai.
X too good. That was so sick. The Queen of Pain like fought like he was trying to be perfect. He could have blinked out and he would have lived for sure. But instead he's like, you know, I'm gonna do a little bit of damage because I know I can't die, and then I'm gonna blink out. But then MMY had the Spike Carapace.
Not only that, he just fired another Screaming Pain back at you, so that was some sick quick casting.
Yeah, he used a skill and then stole another skill. That was a great play.
Yeah. Meanwhile here, we do see 1,000 gold on Anti-Mage against a team that, or against a hero that you have to desperately out carry, and who is more than likely getting more farm than you. Do you still go for the very standard Anti-Mage, Battle Fury, Manta style, or do you go for something a little bit different?
I think Manta BKB is the best.
Okay.
I really don't want to. I really don't want to see a heart. Definitely.
Why not? Why not a heart? Heart generally a very standard follow-up after a Manta style.
I think Heart's really bad against Shadow Demon, because if he gets a disrupt on you after a few blinks, you're gonna run out of mana. And you don't want him to make anti-mage illusions for sure. So you need a BKB. And also, if you get vacuumed during without a BKB, you're gonna give them another anti-mage illusion, which is a really big deal. You don't want to get mana burned by the NA. I mean, there's a bunch of things he doesn't want to get hit by.
Wow, look at the awareness, the ping coming up from the Chinese player on Smoke Heroes.
Oh, wow.
Guys, if you just look at the mini-map, they won't show up on you. You gotta be looking at this particular portion of the map to sniff out smoking. As soon as they got there and dropped a couple wards, they knew. But right now on the top line, Beastmaster Roar, bam! He's dead. And like you said, it's not the carry versus carry matchup, it's the supports. It's the stuns, and Beastmaster Roar, every time that Roar's on cooldown, they've been setting up ganks. They have 4 kills on DK. Beastmaster involved in every single one of them, so Super right now playing really well. And looks like ROTK trying to get in position. He's going to eat a Vendetta, but he's very tanky. Mana burn as well. The mech up though from the Beastmaster. He should be fine. Vacuum backwards. Where's the RP? No RP just yet. Looks like Purge up here on MMY. Queen of Pain in position. They get a kill immediately. Buyback coming in from ROTK. Anti-Mage is going to work there. Can he get that big mana void? He's chasing the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain will blink out. And looks like he sees Legendary is going to go down instantly. And suddenly it's 5 strong again here for DK. I think they're going to lose yet another hero.
Yeah, I think they're going to lose another hero plus the tower. It's looking really good for DK. It's just so hard for C-Stack to play against that team. They don't have much lockdowns at all, and they don't have the wall up yet either. And he's level 11, so I don't know.
So let's theory craft a little bit. You're saying that Chainstack carry, they're outfarming the anti-mage. So generally, in normal instant game, you say, man, the carry's outfarming the other carry by what, 2,000 gold before this fight actually happened. The team should have a big advantage. So you're saying these supports are not as good. If we could swap out a couple of heroes on the chain stack and replace them with other heroes, I mean, these are not bad heroes. We're talking about Nyx Assassin. We're talking about Shadow Demon. These are premier supports. Darkseer is a great long lane. What heroes would you swap out to give this Alchemist a little bit more assistance?
I don't exactly know, but the problem isn't exactly that the other heroes don't have stuns or whatever. It's more so like the heroes on C-Stack just are weak against Anti-Mage. Like, they're countered to a certain extent. Like, they're good against Anti-Mage at the same time. Like, you know, Darkseer, you can wall him, whatever. But these heroes are risky because they have high mana pools. And once you get ward once, I mean, the aim is to hit you a few times and a mana void, you're gonna die.
Speaking of mana void, I feel that there's one coming very, very soon to Risk. And
yeah.
He's missing a ton of mana. And speaking of mana pool, I'm checking him right now. Darkseer, right now 800 max mana pool. Queen of Pain, almost 1,000 max mana pool, especially with that Orchid being finished. As well as, well, Alchemist, I can't check his mana pool right now because he's dead, but he'll respawn very quickly.
Alright, carry on.
But Risk, oh, well, he gets lifted. Bam, no mana void. He wants to save it. Wow.
I think he should cast it, to be honest.
Dire's top towers.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. They get the kill. They get the tower kill. Beastmaster gets this one up, and looks like they're gonna pressure tier 2 because, well, their towers are not getting pressure.
They still got the RP, and they're gonna have ward back in 10 seconds.
Man, RP was never used because he got killed and he got immediately bought back, so was really uh-oh.
Dire's top tower.
Gotta be careful if you're Shadow Demon, you're slow as hell.
Them Dire buildings are tough as nails for now.
DK looking to pressure a little bit more. Rotation's gonna come in from Chibix, but Chibix, I mean, you can use your Sonic Wave and that's gonna do a ton of AoE damage, but Anti-Mage will find you a Mana Void hell out of you. So 2 towers for DK and they will retreat. Queen of Pain gotta get out of here. She actually can't take the fight, so like you said, I mean,
Queen of Pain's gonna Orchid too, that's not good.
I mean, that's a good item to kill Anti-Mage, but
he's gonna have the Manta by the time you have the Orchids. That's the risky part. Generally, the Orchids comes by the 20-minute mark if you're not doing super well. And at the 20-minute mark, a free farming Anti-Mage should have a Manta by 21 minutes. That's the normal timing after Battle Fury. So it's a really risky item to get. You have to get it really early, or you have to get it and do something with it within the first 2 minutes of getting it.
well, we do see Anti-Mage, like you said, making that 21-minute Manta style timing. He's gonna get it in 21 minutes. In fact, I think it's gonna be even a little bit earlier because of the 3 towers that have taken down so far, as well as the number of kills that he was involved in. So a little bit of Blinky back in Ancients. Start farming those Asians, Bernie. Asian farmer.
Okay, he has his Orchids now. 19 minutes. Let's see what he can do. I don't think they can get the Anti-Mage.
I don't think he could do it either. I mean, Anti-Mage going for the stat-heavy build. Who, I mean, he's not exactly sitting at a very high level of HP, but once he picks up the Manta, I don't think they can get a kill on him.
Well, if they find him, they'll kill him. The problem is, like, they have a Hawk, and they have map vision. They have wards everywhere, and you need, like, 3 heroes to kill him. So, and it's so obvious that 3 heroes are missing that there's no way Burning's gonna fall for it.
Meanwhile, Venomancer doing a little bit of jungling himself. Their Asians are stacked, so Burning, though, gonna give the farm to his...
Yes, Manta already.
Yep, he does. It's delivered, or he's flying in. And looks like Chainsack want to take a fight right now. And what does the Alchemist have? He has a finished Battle Fury and a Shadow Blade. Is that the item he needs? You talking about
yeah, there's a gem on the freaking Beastmaster. Oh my god.
Is this like the next level or what? Like he's just actually on top of it every single time. Oh, you have an item? I have an item to counter you.
Yeah, that's the problem. Their items are so risky.
Well, they do have risk on their team. I'm not sure if that means anything. But yeah, the risky draft, the risky items, and I'm not sure if it's going to be paying off. If Chainsack decides to take this ultra late, and I'm talking about like 80-minute late game, is Alchemist Grievous going to outfarm Anti-Mage?
80 minutes, I mean, both of them are going to be maxed out. And Anti-Mage is going to win, I think.
Still, because of Basher attack speed. I mean...
Oh, attack speed,
Alchemist,
higher,
yeah,
right?
Alchemist wins, right? Yeah, he has the lowest BAT in the game. But I guess the mobility a little bit more important. Alchemist trying to set up something against Burning.
Oh no, he's gonna die, right?
I think so.
Yo, is Burning a boss? Is Burning a boss?
Burning?
He's not a boss. But he should back off. Burning. This is actually the correct decision.
Burning safe boss. He knows there's that Orchid on the map, man.
Yeah, this is generally the correct decision. He actually could have got the kill and got up, but you shouldn't play like that.
Yeah. Don't say Burning is not a boss, man. He's playing well right now. Got 200 CS in 21 minutes, 10 a minute, nothing to it like a boss.
Yeah, that's the correct play.
Yeah.
Playing safe.
And here we go. Chainsack trying to set up a pressure on the mid lane, though. Do we have that Blink Dagger up? Yes, we do. The one thing that, though, the asset is actually pretty good against Blink Dagger heroes because of the big AoE, but they're doing a ton of damage. Defensive Disrupt here. Are they going to roar him right after he's on the run? Oh, they find ROTK. Beastmaster will get dropped off here. Chains is trying to right-click on Super. Super dropped the roar already, so no big deal. RP gets dropped here. Where's Anti-Mage? Anti-Mage right in the middle. He's right-kicking away. Alchemist is dead, as well as half the team being dead as well. Chipix gets 3-hit after the lift, and that's a team wipe. Holy crap. I don't think Chainsack could recover from this.
They got a 3-man intel into a 3-man Queen of Pain ulti, and they still didn't win the team fight.
Beastmaster mech? Where you at? Do they have a mech on the Chainsack
yeah,
side?
Did. They've had one for a while.
Was it able to use? I guess so. But
yeah, he did. Why did they lose? Is it because of the wall? I mean, I don't know. It's kind of bad luck too because the Alchemist ulti ran out towards the end, and that's a really big deal. Like when Alchemist ulti runs out, he's just a useless hero.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, you're putting a ton of farm at him, but you really need your Alchemist ultimate to be effective. To me, I think the RP, I'm not sure whether it clipped the Alchemist. I don't think it did.
It hit one unit.
It hit one unit?
It was the Alchemist.
The Beastmaster didn't drop on the Alchemist either, right?
I don't think he wore them.
Yeah, so maybe it's the push aside ability of the Beastmaster Roar, which does apply a 50% slow. That's pretty big. But I'm not sure why exactly. I guess I have to attribute, like you said, the ultimate running out, but it seemed like he wasn't even focused and he just died. So we're seeing a clear difference between Alchemist and Anti-Mage, where Anti-Mage could instantly locate right on the hero that he wants to focus and get the kill, BKB purchase on Burning, like you talked about.
I think we're talking too much about the carries right now. We need to talk about like the issue to why they lost the team fight is because the supports are too tanky, whereas the C-stack supports are weak as hell. Like if you look at the Venomancer, it is 1200 HP. And there's a Blink Dagger on X for a while now, I think. So, I mean, they lost the fight because they're just too tanky.
They're just getting a farm, right? Yeah. Well, they're gonna focus on Legendary, or they're taking a little bit of time. They will bring him down. Venomancer paused in the middle of team fight. There's a disconnect on Anti-Mage. I was gonna make a very inappropriate joke, but let's not. Let's not.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You can make that inappropriate joke, because you're known to make inappropriate jokes.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh, tactical pause? No.
Shh.
How's that? Didn't they fix that already? You can't even look at anything
You
else.
can't even look at anything right now, but...
Well, I mean, it doesn't fix it completely, but I mean... Like, sometimes it's even bad for you if you pause, because the enemy can look at anything they want, and you can't look at anything.
Did you catch a glimpse of all the casters here today?
No.
Shh. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm so lost right now.
You're so lost. Good. Good. Good.
You actually can look during the 3-second countdown though, I think. I don't know why they do that.
Or during a dumb pause. I actually think if anybody's Valve is watching, here's my humble suggestion. When there's a pause happening, the entire map should be black. Like blank black. That's it. I don't see the reason why it isn't black, but
no, you can't do that. That's really bad.
why? To think your monitor is like off?
Because if a pause lasts a long time, then you're gonna be really confused.
I guess so. Maybe to not have anything on the screen, but teamfight back out, but the teamfight's pretty much over as quick pick off on the supports.
Oh my
and
god.
The score is 4.
Oh my god, that's a BKB on 23 minutes.
Yeah, didn't I say you gotta listen to me.
He just formed the 3-minute. He just formed the BKB in 3 minutes.
Yo, he just won a big team fight. He got like hella kills in that team fight too.
No, the chicken went to him before the team fight was over.
No, the mid team fight.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he won a team fight there. So,
This is crazy for him.
are you aspire to play like Bernie now?
Yeah, I aspired to play Anti-Mage for a long time. Like Burning.
Like Burning.
I use the Anti-Mage, his build. Well, everyone uses his build now.
Yeah. It's a burning build.
I personally like maxing the mana break earlier because I like to time it with the Manta style, kind of like Tinker. You know how Tinker, he can't max his rearm until he has a sheep stick. I kind of like to do that like that. Like by the time you have a Manta, you have max mana break.
Maybe I don't think he does that, but
I
although
think he does it based on levels. I do it based on items, like what items I have at certain times.
that makes
like,
that makes a lot of sense if you think about it.
Someone's
Like
dropping.
if I don't have a Manta for a long time, like I'm really underfarmed. I'm not gonna level up the mana break.
Especially against the Shadow Demon, for example.
Yeah.
But right now, I mean, is there any chance of coming back here for Chain Stack? They're down by 11 kill, but more importantly, let's look at the gold chart. Down by about 10,000 gold. But more importantly thing is that their supports, they're down by a ton of items, and they're not going to get too much room to farm. We know Alchemist is going to farm still, because all of the creeps is going to be offer up to him. But what about the supports? What about that Quap? Can they get enough farm to really at least take it to the late game where they have a slightly better chance to win?
There's no way.
There's no way?
No. There's a BKB. I mean, what items can Quap get? Like a sheep stick? But what's that gonna do? Who are you gonna sheep?
Well, I mean, sheeping the Beastmaster or the Magnus may be a little bit better in the team fight.
But you can't really kill them. That's the problem. Like they don't have enough damage.
Yeah, I feel like right now the Dire team is just lacking a little bit too much in basically all aspects. They're lacking items, they're lacking tanky heroes, they're lacking gold, and here we go. They're gonna try to initiate on this. There is a greater boar, and I think they will see this, right? Sentry Ward down. Oh no, that's not their Sentry Ward. At least I don't think. But they're gonna get the Aegis on top, and I don't think AM with BKB, Manta, Aegis, and of course Blink. I don't think he'll die twice in the team fight.
Oh my god. I don't know these picks, man.
Ooh, there's a double damage rune.
Double damage, damage. Are they gonna push now? Well,
I
he
think
has,
so.
he has to activate the
So-so.
BKB. Maybe he should have asked Super to give him his bottle. Oh, he doesn't even have a bottle. What's going on here?
Oh, give Super, ask Super to pass a bottle so he
Oh
can.
no, the Magnus could have given him his bottle. Yeah, and then he can bottle the DD and BKB into DD room. Yeah.
That's one of those very, very tiny plays. Max optimization.
That's huge.
That is
I mean,
huge,
you
yeah.
double your damage in the middle of a team fight.
Being able to
It's
pop
totally
your
worth it.
DD anytime you want. There's absolutely no cost, because what is the cost? Magnus
TP,
losing
yeah.
the bottle for a bit, yeah, and you lose your TP score, whatever's.
They're just gonna keep farming. I think this is the correct decision. Especially when this game's do or die. Right? Well, not this game, but like this best of 3 is do or die, so they should
Play
it,
safe. Yeah.
they have complete map control right now, and I mean the opponent isn't farming anything.
For
And
the,
it doesn't even matter what they farm in the first place.
for the viewers at home, gotta remind everybody that both these teams are 0-2 in the group stage, and this group is, like, in my opinion, a group of death, with IG and Zenith being the other two teams. In my opinion, the two best teams right now in the entire tournament, in fact. And, of course, these two teams have dropped matches against those teams. And whoever wins right now gets to survive. Whoever loses goes home. This is a best of 3 series, and DK looking really good to take in number 1.
There's a BKB in Alchemist. I mean, he needs. Does he really need a BKB? It's good against anti-mage because he doesn't mana break you. But I mean, that's the thing here. It's just so hard to play against a DK lineup. I mean, you need a BKB, but you also need armor.
Like I said,
And if he gets armor plus BKB, he also needs damage, and he can't get anything. I mean, I don't know what items he's gonna get. I just don't like these picks.
and that's why you dislike the, for example, the Midas start. That's where you dislike the Battle Fury follow-up. I mean, it does give you okay at DPS output, but it doesn't give you enough magical immunity as well as armor. And armor that kind of gives you a little bit of everything, right? That's why
Yeah.
you like the item so much.
I think it gives you a lot of everything to a certain extent.
60 damage, a ton of attack speed, and I think very, very decent armor, close to 5 or 6 armor, I think.
The attack speed works really well on the ultimate, just because of how his ultimate works.
Yeah.
Lowering his BAT.
For those of you guys that are not familiar, the lower your BAT, the more effective any points of a attack speed increase item will give you. So, a Hyperstone will be more effective on the Alchemist, for example, than, let's say, on a Rubik. Just simply based on BAT. And that's why, for example, Anti-Mage does so quick attack speed later on. Because of his innately lower BAT.
I think DK's an ending game though. They should. I mean, their Aegis has like 0 minutes left, and they just finish his butterfly. That's
Well-
a 20-minute four stop anti-mage.
Chainsack looking for a big smoke gank, but it's gotta be obvious. Creep waves pushing up top, nobody farming or defending that. I think DK know, and they will back off. I mean, look at how quickly the smoke comes and how quickly they back off. Envy, I'm gonna quickly call you once again. Seems like you're sounding a little bit robotic to me. So, hopefully we could get Envy back quickly. Envy, we're back. Are you good?
Yeah.
All right, and looks like we're gonna see a counter smoke gank. And here we go. Let's see if they get. As long as they pick off one, that's all they need to actually just push and win the game, I think.
I think anti-mage in the 1-5 builder right now and end the game. Like they just tell his team to AFK and give him all the glory.
Well, he needs a stun. Holy crap! Blink Manta
What are you
dead.
talking about? He doesn't need
Look,
anything.
he needed the lift. Okay, he's like, X, do you even lift, bro? And X says, yes, I lift, and then they killed him. So. All right,
He's so
that was good.
freaking farmed. This is so silly.
I mean, you actually can't get more farm than this, right? Because
You can, but
just asking for the first blood and the tower lasted. And,
you can't get 1k GPM at 30 minutes of anti-mage.
guess his GPM right now.
750.
750? That
Yeah,
low?
oh, I'm looking at it.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
It's
Duh,
not-
Luminous,
it's
you
not
can
that
actually
high
just
right now.
look. Yeah, it's actually not that high, 750, but 30 minutes in, that's pretty impressive. You gotta keep in mind that he's gonna get a ton of kills, a ton of tower kills. Uh-oh, and that's gonna force him to think out. As well as some of these buildings. Those buildings gonna give you a ton of GPMs to boost his stats, man.
No, he's farmed as hell.
Yeah.
But you said it's a perfect farm. I mean, perfect GPM, and it's not. You can get higher than this.
Freaking hater envy.
I'm not being a hater. His farm is really good.
Look, he missed the last hit on the tower.
That wasn't
Burning,
your question though. Your question was like, can you get higher than this?
burning, he can't get the last hit on Rax. He's just got outlasted by M&Y. Get good, Burning.
Yeah, he doesn't even care. He just wants to win the game, man. Calm down.
Man, gotta get your inner eternal envy. Could end the game, but gotta hit those buildings, hit those huts, earn that GPM.
Oh my god. The reason to why he can higher his GPM is by gaining a Midas. It actually, I'm not gonna say it's necessarily good on Anti-Mage, but I'm just saying, like, if you get a Midas, you actually will speed up your farm. Like, getting the Battle Fury first will not speed up your farm as fast as getting a Midas first into a Battle Fury.
And that's speaking from experience, I'm sure. We have a resident anti-mage player in here.
Biggest Anti-Mage picker.
In pubs, you scumbag.
Well, I stopped picking him for a long time
You
now.
now pick PL, you scumbag.
No, I don't. You random PL. I don't even ask this for the swap.
You just asked me to pull you fucking tangos and salve on the mid lane. But game 1 in the books, DK taking a very, very convincingly huge goal lead, huge experience lead, but more importantly, the supports are hell farm compared to enemy supports. Anti-Mage, 750 gold minutes, out farming, an Alchemist that started with Midas, Battle Fury, and Max Grievous Greed. But we're gonna go into game number 2, where it is a do or die situation for Chainstack. They have to win there. And of course, this has to be the Beyond the Summit presentation. I am Luminous, he's Eternal Envy. We'll be back very, very, very quickly for game number 2. These games generally have about a 10-minute pause in between, so if you like to go grab a sandwich or whatever, do yourself a big favor and do so. But we will be back, game 2, momentarily. Thanks for watching.
So, are we off stream?